5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Radio Faces number 27. AJ's in the background. Matt Chapin's here. Lewis Malley is here on his favorite number, 27.
27. Hello.
Welcome, everybody. This is number 27. If you think I'm talking fast, it's because we're recording this during an intermission of my Montreal Canadiens game. I drew the short straw, and we had to record on a Habs playoff date. The Habs are up 2-0 right now, and it's going to the third. So, go Habs, go. We'll probably get to...
it's real-time podcast tonight.
Yeah, we'll get to some hockey talk later. As watching the intermission, I can't help but see these conservative attack ads on Trudeau, Junior Trudeau. Thoughts? Are they going too far?
Yes, but they're right in a lot of it. Does that make sense?
That he's in over his head?
If his name was Justin Simmons, he would never be a political candidate. His last name is the only reason he's in it. Are the ads, like, over the top and, you know, too far? Absolutely. Are they completely correct? Yes.
I disagree. I don't think they're too far. I think we've always seen many political attack ads in the States, and the Conservatives are just getting on the bandwagon and going to shell it out there. I think they're pretty accurate, and they could be counterproductive, but they're somewhat tasteful in terms of they're not going to fire, you know, things under the bus as we've so hard. Anytime you turn on a Buffalo television station during election time, there's always somebody getting thrown at it.
So apparently one of the clips they showed of it was him like sort of mock stripping, but that was done from I guess a cancer research fundraiser.
Yeah, they fucked up there.
Is that the Conservatives not doing their homework, or do you think like how do they?
I think
they
don't
must have
give a
known
shit.
That, right?
Yeah, I don't think they would definitely have.
They just wanted to make him look like a clown no matter what he was doing.
I just think in this day and age, everyone's going to look further into that. And
right.
Why was he stripping? Oh, because it was a fundraiser for
But that'll
cancer.
be well forgotten come election time, and nobody's going to bring that up at any point and be like, oh, you guys really started ripping our ads. They're going to remain positive and say, oh, we want to do hope and change, their slogan, or whatever, hard work.
I'm with you, Chapin. I agree. No ads are too far. Well, I mean, some are, but not this one's not too far.
No.
But I don't know if it... I think the Conservatives came out looking petty in this whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it accomplished the mission they wanted. Like, with Ignatieff, how they made him look like he's not from here and he doesn't want to be here. Yeah. I think they got their point across. Here, I'm like, yeah, you're just picking on this newcomer now. Like,
yeah, I think it's a great time to start. It's 2 years away, and if they're going to get it going, this is like a real liberal, controversial time right now in terms of Ontario. And that's one of the only places that they stand to gain votes. Remember, they're not the opposition party. They finished third. Like, they have no seats. And I think it's
controversy. Ontario, you mentioned it, keeping it more municipal with the politics. Rob Ford, can we give him a report card? I know he's not done.
Just a grade?
Yeah, just a grade.
I got to give him a B-.
Okay.
I don't know much, but I'm going to say he's fine. Sure, we'll say a C+, which is adequate, because I mean he seems to run the city fine. He just every time I hear about him, it's not anything he's done wrong municipally. It's like that he's fucking drunk taking photos with people and like he's just a moron.
Which is why I gave him the plus.
I would give him an
I gave him the minus.
A fucking plus. I think this guy's a total rock star. But if I wanted to give him a C, it's because he's a cat and he has 9 fucking lives. This guy was, I guess, caught grabbing another politician's ass at an event. He got sued, knocked out of office, somehow got back in office, tried to lose weight, didn't lose weight, ran into a camera.
What the fuck does that have to do with the 9 lives, not losing weight?
No, I mean, like, he went on this weight loss competition, and he went in for this weight loss thing, and he didn't lose weight, and he started swearing at the media. I probably should explain. Like, the guy's crazy. Like, he has no filter.
Yeah, no,
and which is actually funny because one of his whole things was when he was running was that once if he got elected, he wanted to cut costs, and one of the main things that he cut in his own budget was somebody to do PR for him. So,
this guy is.
Tell me that's not like
beauty.
one of the best hindsight decisions he made for us.
He's like a Simpsons mayor. Like
he
he
get
wants a
reelected?
casino. He wants a football team. Soon he's gonna want a fucking monorail.
Does he get reelected?
Want a what?
I don't know if he gets reelected. I don't fucking know, man.
He had one of the best campaigns ran in Toronto, and he was a very likable candidate. He was from Rexdale area. Like that was one of the things that the guys that actually ran the Conservative Party, the team behind that, their people did it for Rob Ford. So
it's ironic he's conservative.
There you go.
I would love to get Rob Ford on a Radio Faces podcast. I honestly feel like
would
it's
you
possible.
ask him?
If you give him like a case of Red Stripe, he'd probably do it.
A case of Red Stripe, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about what if I could ask Rob Porter any question, what would it be?
What the fuck are you doing?
How's
At
your
any
bro?
point, you just look in the mirror and go, "Oh man, did I fuck up, Rob Ford?" Like, do you ever think that?
I don't know. He's a beauty.
He is a beauty. Also, beauty is our this or that portion, and that begins right now. Okay, Brian Colangelo's future as GM of the Raptors, president of the Raptors, has been reported that it'll be decided this week. What do you guys think will happen with him, and could it involve a guy that rhymes with Mill Laxman? That was
That's our
Phil
old
Jackson.
mayor.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is that?
I just somehow made
You
Mel
said
Laxman.
Mill Laxman.
Yeah, I tried to rhyme Phil Jackson.
Well done.
Colangelo,
I think he'll be around for. I think they'll pick up his option.
the 1 year.
Yeah. Casey's still got a year left on his, so that goes fitting. So
I think he'll stay because of the timing of hiring. What the hell's his name
Tim
again? Lewicki, relax. Because he doesn't have enough time to really go through it. I mean, I think if he was hired a month before, it's more likely he's gone.
I'm
just
pretty
doesn't have
sure he
enough time
comes
to-
into that situation though, knowing the states of.
Yeah,
each
no.
teams
But
and
I'm saying
things along those
you have to
lines,
do
but
your
I
own
understand what you mean.
research on the guy and whatever. And I don't know if he's got enough time.
Sometimes
to
guys
do
just
it.
want to come in and clean house and start a new
He
shit.
might, and he has a
He
connection with Jackson.
He seems
so-
like a type of guy that's just could be that sort
Could
of guy.
Jackson come here?
I don't know. Apparently
Anybody
he
will
has-
come here for the right figure, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you pay him $500 million, he's
Okay,
gonna come.
that's stupid. Would he like? Are we gonna pay him something that's reasonable?
But he's got a good reputation, rapport with this Wilecki guy.
Do we know that?
They were
How much
boys.
do we know of that?
No, they're boys.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're
Is it
boys
fair
in
to
LA
say that?
together,
From what
right?
I mean, like boys in the sense, like I mean, it's been well documented how they congratulated each other
Yeah.
on achievements in their life, and they've talked. And AG used to have a stake in the Lakers, and obviously Jackson's.
If they, I can't. You know what? I don't think they will, because how long is Phil Jackson really going to want to be here for?
And do you want him here?
I don't know.
I don't think he'll be good. I think
No,
his
but, like,
name is just
let's
a
be honest.
conversation
Do you
piece.
think Phil Jackson wants to run a team that's still got
Yes.
a real
Phil
lot of
Jackson's that
questions?
kind of guy. He's like, if I
At this
like,
point-
I know I have the legacy, but people always think, oh, I won because of Kobe. I won because of Jordan. If I can take this shithole team and win a title, I am God.
Two things I'll say about Jackson. One, I mean, I'm not crazy about him being here, but if it can attract future stars, something we have not been able to do, I'm all for it. But I could see him taking the job here because, I mean, he has a knock on him that he's only coached the Lakers and the Bulls being all-star teams. If it doesn't work here, I don't think it knocks his coaching legacy. I think it knocks
No.
his presidential legacy. Like, Gretzky's still the best player of all time. Do you know what I
Terrible
mean?
coach.
Even though he sucked as a coach.
Michael Jordan.
You know, exactly. Exactly. Michael Jordan's a better example. So,
I don't know. I don't think he's that type of person to really.
But
give
he'll
a-
follow the money
give a crap
anywhere,
about
man.
that.
That's the reality. If they're gonna pay him
guess so.
$10 million a season, he'll come.
You don't think Jerry Buss would have paid him whatever he wanted coming back
to be a president? Absolutely not. Coach is different.
Yeah.
He
He's
he
gonna
can't
have to
coach
move-
anymore. He doesn't have the needs to do
Right.
it. He literally cannot.
Well,
sticking with the NBA, the first round is done. Should the first round just be completely changed around? I don't think there's any potential upsets. If you look at history of the NBA first round, I mean, it seems like the favorites always move on. Should they look at something where, 1 and 2 get buys and 3 plays 8 or something like that, where there's at least chance where teams can move on? Because the 8th seed is never beating the 1 seed in the NBA. I mean, I'm sure it's happened. I think Golden State did it 1 year.
Sure.
But I mean, it's gotten to the point now where the NBA first round is a waste.
That's just right now because Miami Heat is just fist fucking.
You
people.
take history and show me 8's beating 1. I think it's happened like once.
Eights, yeah, but eights don't beat one in a lot of sports.
Yes, they-
hockey now. Hockey didn't 20 years ago.
They didn't do 8's
do
versus
have
1s 20
eights.
years.
Whatever, you know what I mean. What I'm just saying is,
8's beat 1s though, man. I'm telling you, in hockey and in baseball, any team can go out, and in football,
well,
definitely. any
Golden
team
State won
Third-
this year.
yeah.
The 6
They
took out
weren't-
the 3.
Sure.
The 5 took out the 4.
I think
Like it
if you're-
happened.
if you're
The 5
specifically
taking out the
trying
4,
to-
I believe. I'm more talking
If you're
about.
specifically trying to narrow it down to the 8 upsetting the 1, I don't think you should change it.
Yeah, you're not gonna
your
radically
whole
change just 'cause they're
format
really
because of
good
that. I think
teams.
that's a reflection of the lack of parity in the league, and a reflection of the better parity that's in the NHL, having seeds up 8.
I'm just thinking. I'm looking at these playoffs, and even if the Raptors get in next year, they're out first round. You know what I mean? I
Depends
see.
on where they go, but yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
But
just.
the thing is, because basketball is the one team sport that's, let's be honest, it's an individual sport. You win and die by one guy.
Speaking of individuals, Jason Collins this week, last week I believe, admitted he's gay. He also admitted he played for the Wizards. But what are your guys' thoughts on that?
You know what? I good for him. It doesn't obviously bother me at all. But
I feel like everybody has to state that.
no,
Can
there
we
was.
just
I
get
figured
that
there
on
was
the
a gay
record?
voice joke coming in. That's why I stated it.
That's
But I think that he is a perfect candidate to do it because nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Okay.
Like, I've watched basketball, and who the fuck is Jason Collins?
Candidate is an interesting term there. I mean, perfect candidate. I wasn't really pegging
You know what I
him up
meant.
for elections. I think it's fine. Whatever. He came out.
I'm just saying, if D
Seriously,
Wade came out and said he was gay, it would have been a 5 million
would've been
times bigger story.
Sure. I think it's a big deal. Like in actuality.
and that's sort of what I'm asking. Like,
it
what
is a
impact
big deal.
what impact will this have? Not just
The
on-
fact that he's a free agent's just going to be a storyline for that.
Yeah, now
topic.
does someone pay him
It's-
more to
I think-
show
I
that
don't
they're
know,
tolerant?
It's
Like,
interesting to know.
you can argue it's taken, I don't know, what, 50, 60 years for someone to do it right now. How long will it take for the next? And will this speed up the race?
This will speed up obviously, but there's certain sports it's just not going to happen. I just can't see it being in football.
You thought
Football's
it'd be in basketball would be the first one. I think basketball is a very religious sport. Football is like religious sport. I'm surprised.
But football's more violent and whatever, and like
I think that
it's
if you look
more
at
viewed
it,
as like men's men.
yeah, for sure. It is definitely a more aggressive sport. But
The next one will probably be soccer.
I don't know. I think it's good. Bring on the gays are coming out.
It's good. Any hour of Mike Piazza now, I think. Switching gears over to hockey. Quickly, rhyme off the winner of every series in the first round. Who you think will win?
Holy
Okay,
shit.
Boston, Toronto.
Toronto,
Montreal, Ottawa.
Ottawa, just for
Fuck
you.
you. Pittsburgh Isles.
Pittsburgh,
Washington Rangers.
Washington,
St. Louis, LA.
St. Louis,
Detroit, Anaheim.
Detroit,
Chicago, Minnesota.
Chicago,
And San Jose, Vancouver.
San Jose.
San
Penn,
Jose.
Sens, Capitals, Bruins, Hawks, Ducks, Sharks, Blues.
So we
Every
have on,
seed but the Sharks, right?
We have Chapin saying that the Bruins will beat the Leafs, just so everyone heard that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
One time, that's all you're getting.
That's all I need.
Yeah, one time on
Next
radio.
question. Imagine I'm about to ask this question, and then I tell you guys both to leave, and I'm going to pull in two new people to ask the question, because that's what the linesmen are doing with every single fucking face-off. Have they become Hollywood, or is this actually warranted, and they should be doing this?
I don't think it's warranted. I frankly just drop the puck and let's go. You know, like every guy tries to get an edge. You can be determining edges for everything. It's a strategy when they're going to the line, and I think it's unwarranted.
And I didn't do a good enough a job explaining. Yeah, I mean they're about to drop the puck and then they're not because they're making two new people take the face off because, like you said, they're trying to get an edge.
Yeah.
Lou,
We were watching it last night. I was losing my mind. They're fucking divas. I don't know what the hell happened here. A good referee, a good linesman, you don't know they're there. That's the point. You're supposed to be like ambiguous.
Yeah.
When you're drawing attention to you, you're shit. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're just no. Like, and that's all they're doing for like 10 minutes. It's ridiculous.
we are going to end this or that portion right now, and we're going to move on to wins and fails. And Chapin, actually no, Lou, why don't you start us off?
All right. Mine is a little thing I came across. Apparently, it was released in 2006, and I didn't know about this, and I'm shocked. In 1973, the New York Yankees sent Mickey Mantle a request for information about, the Yankee Stadium, things like that, because they were doing some type of like old timers information, whatever. So they sent it, and the first question is, I consider the following my outstanding experience at Yankee Stadium. Fill in the blank. Mickey Mantle replied with, I got a blowjob under the right field bleachers by the Yankee bullpen. He sent this to the Yankee brass. He literally
By
mailed this.
the Yankees bullpen?
No, in the Yankees bullpen.
Oh.
By the bleachers.
I was like,
and then they said,
from?
no. And then they said, this event occurred on or about, give as much detail as you can. And his beautiful response was, it was about the third or fourth inning. I had a pulled groin and couldn't fuck at the time. She was a very nice girl and asked me what to do with the cum after I cum in her mouth. I said, don't ask me, I'm no cocksucker. And he sent that
Get
to the Yankees.
the fuck out of
Dude,
here.
it's been verified. I swear to you. And he literally signed it, Mickey Mantle, the All-American boy.
I have so much more respect for him.
And Mickey Mantle was my favorite baseball player of all time, and he now is 10 times more my favorite baseball player of all time.
Chapin, win or fail?
I don't know.
I think nobody's even going
That
to
is a
comment on
win.
that.
There's a
We're
reason
just
I'm
gonna-
not going after that.
That is a
Really?
win.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can't beat that. Something Chapin, you go.
That's a win. Okay, I got another win. And for all of you guys who are wondering, the other day was Jeffrey Atkins released from prison.
Who the fuck is Jeffrey Atkins?
That's exactly right. Ja Rule was finally released from prison.
What would I do without my baby? I didn't even know he was in prison.
Murder. That's what he was in for. No. Anyways, he's finally out. He's out on bail after
was he in for?
tax evasion, gun smuggling, all sorts of
Gun
great,
smuggling?
gun owning, all sorts of great decisions.
Gun owning is not
Yeah.
a crime.
Whatever. I don't know what it is.
He was
Well,
in
I
for
don't know
bad
the technical
things
term,
from the
goddammit,
hip hop
Lou,
world.
but he's out and he's free and he's gonna write his memoirs. That's what he's really excited
God.
to do.
Him
Welcome
and Jason
back, Ja
Collins are
Rule.
going to come with books back to back. Him and
Welcome
Jason
back.
Collins.
I have a fail. I know you guys are going to say this is bias. I swear this is not bias related.
Paul
I
McLean.
really liked Paul McLean as a coach. I have a ton of respect for them getting in the playoffs. I thought he's been an amateur hour this series, and I'm not saying this because the Habs are losing. When Eller went down and he did that whole, and you can argue it was Diaz's fault, not knowing Diaz's name and calling him player 61, like, okay, easy Paul McLean, you haven't done anything in the NHL. You're no one special either. Like, you're not fucking Scotty Bowman calling out this no name. You're a fucking joke because you haven't. I don't think you've ever won a playoff series as a head coach.
He's trying to get under the skin, and it's absolutely
And then
working.
fucking calling a timeout with 20 seconds left in the game, up 6-1. One report said he wanted to work on his power play. One report said he didn't want things to get too crazier. Timeout doesn't end the game. It's not like in football where the clock still runs.
I loved
or whatever,
it.
Or sorry, it's not like in sports where the clock still runs. It's like he fucking just aggravated the Habs even more.
Okay.
And then the other report I heard was they compared it to a game against Pittsburgh when the Habs were, Pittsburgh and Ottawa, where Pittsburgh was down 4-1, and they didn't call a timeout with 9 minutes left, and Pittsburgh came back and won. That was down by 3 with 9 minutes left. This was down by 5 with 19 seconds left. The Habs were not coming back in this game. Just end the fucking game. Your Bush League. Third period is back on, and hopefully we're going to win. And if Therrien calls a timeout with like 10 seconds
Holy
left...
jeez, you're gonna explode.
No, but I was pissed.
No
I was trying
shit.
to watch this game. The Habs game is back on. I am sparking at the mouth. This podcast is over. Final words, guys?
No, I'm good. I go Ottawa, I guess.
Hey.
I was really hoping on a gay voice there. Just to cap
AJ
it
from the
off.
background? AJ says no. Love you, Mickey Mantle.